Welcome back to the channel. Today we are over at the Paris resort and we're gonna go enjoy some French cuisine.
Yeah, we're checking out Mon Ami Gabi, so come get lost with us in some steak and frites.
Checking in, guys.
We're heading out on our next adventure.
So make sure you guys hit the like button.
Make sure to subscribe.
Because when we hit 1,000 subscribers,
we'll be jumping off the Strat.
So back to the video. Alright guys, so now that we've gotten our table, let's take a look around. Alright guys, so our drinks just arrived and I got the French Martini, so we're gonna give this a go. It's really good. You can definitely taste the pineapple in the drink, and the bubbles are just a nice little compliment on top, and honestly it's really nice and refreshing with this sun that's basically kind of like beating down on us right now, because what Gary just told me off camera is we basically have all of the issues that you have sitting outside, just not the benefits of being inside because there's no airflow. So it's a little bit bright and sunny, but we have a really good view of the fountain, so hopefully we'll get to check that out. So stick around because we're going to order some apps and we've got a lot of food coming our way, so we'll see you in just a bit. Okay, so one of the really nice perks about this restaurant, Mon Ami Gabi, is the fact that you are across the street, quite literally, from the Bellagio, and you can get, if you're in the spots where we are or outside on the patio, you get a great view of the fountain show. So hopefully we're going to be able to get that. It is Friday, not quite 15-minute time, so it's every 30 minutes, and the show's about to start. So we'll come get you when the show starts. Alright guys, so we got our French baguette and butter, so I'm gonna give it a go. It's nice and crusty, it's nice and hot, it just came out of the oven, so cheers. It's a very light butter, there's not a whole lot of flavor to it, so it's not salted. It's very creamy, and the bread, again, like crispy, crunchy crust and nice and chewy dough in the middle. Let's see what Gary thinks.
All right, so I'm gonna try the French baguette. Pretty standard baguette, nice and hard on the outside, really soft and crunchy on the inside. It's a good baguette. It is extra though with your meal, so just know ahead of time that it is a little bit extra. It's like $3, but not a bad baguette. The next thing that's coming out is our steak tartare, so we'll come and get you when it gets out here.
It's like a fog that's coming in. And they're just like
it. So I put a little steak tartare on the baguette that they bring you, and then it's like a horseradishy mayonnaise type of thing that I put on there too. So let's give it a try. I've never had steak tartare before. The steak is good. It's got a nice little flavor to it. The horseradish like mayonnaise sauce really kind of gives a little kick. And then the crunchiness is above the baguette. There's a nice little sort of bite to the end of the steak tartare. It's really good. I would recommend this if you like a steak tartare, like a vinegar type of meat. Let's see what Nacy thinks.
So here we go. I decided to add a little bit of the spinach greens. It's in a vinaigrette on top of mine. So cheers.
Thank you.
This is actually really, really good. The steak is nice and smooth. It's so tender. The greens on top just give it that little extra hint of acidity, and it brings all of the 4 different flavors like kind of together. They just all kind of meld together, and I agree with Gary. If you guys come here to Mon Ami at Gabi, I highly recommend the steak tartare. This is absolutely delicious. So we just ordered our entrees, so those should be coming out shortly, so we'll come get you when it comes. French onion soup just came out, and if you know me, if French onion soup is on the menu, I'm gonna order it. And so that's what we did. It's piping hot. I did not get as good of a cheese bowl as I thought I was gonna get, but we're gonna dig in. We're gonna dig right in. Cheers. It's a really nice kind of sweet onion sauce. It's a really nice sweet onion broth, and the bread is absolutely delicious and soaked up all that yummy onion goodness. And the cheese actually really tasty. And my favorite part is the burnt little ends on the edge of the ramekin, so I can't wait to get that part. So again, our food should hopefully be here soon. So when it comes out, we'll come get you when our main entrees are here. So just like I said, our main entrees just came out, so we came to get you. And so I'm gonna take a first bite of my steak. Dip it in a little bit of this butter. So the steak is actually very, very tender, I have to say. They definitely tenderize this meat. It's got a little bit of a more peppery seasoning to it, and the butter is really nice and fluffy. I guess this is probably the best way I can say. It doesn't add a whole lot of flavor to the steak, but it does enhance it just a little bit. And then of course we've just got like our classic fries. Nice and crispy, thin fries. They're definitely house made. Freshly fried up, and yeah, I have to say the steak frites, just steak and fries, definitely something worth trying here. It's definitely a classic French dish. Very good. Let's see what Gary thinks about his.
I've got my steak frites here. I'm gonna just try it without the butter first. It's not badly seasoned. It's got the nice grill flavor. But you also get a little bit of steak, a little bit of salt with a kick of pepper in there. Not bad at all, just for the steak. Let me try the butter.
Thank you.
Thank you. So this is the steak with the butter. The butter gives a nice little extra flavor, a nice little smoothness to it. Wow, that's really good. Not bad. Now let's just try the French fry. All right. They're definitely house made. Nicely fried, nicely warmed, a little bit of salt on them. Really good overall. So the steak frites are really banging. So definitely another recommend for us over here. We're gonna finish up our meal, and then we'll come get you if we get desserts or if we meet you outside. Alright, so I'm going to try our dessert, which was the I don't even know what they're called. We'll look them up and say, but they look interesting. It's kind of like a hard pastry. Definitely interesting. I thought the pastry would be a little bit softer. It's actually kind of like a hard, crusty pastry on top. The ice cream gets a nice cool to it. The chocolate sauce on top is good. It's chocolate sauce. Overall, a good dessert. I don't know if I like it better than creme brulee, but let's see what Nancy thinks about it.
So because I didn't get a plate, I'm just gonna pull the whole plate towards me. But here we go. It's a very dense pastry. But the flavor is all there. It's a vanilla ice cream, some powdered sugar on top, some chocolate sauce. It's actually really good. But I have to say, if I had the choice between a creme brulee and this, I probably would go creme brulee next time. But it was definitely an interesting experience to try this because if I understand correctly, this is basically like a birthday cake kind of celebration in France. If you know, let us know in the comments below because I don't know. And I would love to know because Paris is on my bucket list of places that I want to eventually travel to. So yeah, so we're gonna finish up our dessert and we will come get you when we get outside and we'll let you know our final thoughts.
All right, well that concludes our meal at Mon Ami Gabi. What did you think?
I thought it was actually really good. First time trying this, just definitely kind of going in blind here. But I have to say the atmosphere was great. It was very chill. It was very low key. You can definitely take it for what you want. You can dress up and be fancy. You can be casual. You can be in the middle, kind of in the middle. Everything we tried was good.
Yeah, the food overall, one of the better places we've ate on this trip. Price-wise too, between affordability and how good the food was, definitely a recommendation for us.
Definitely. Like I said, you've got a lot of options for seating. There's deep inside the restaurant. There's kind of more of a perimeter. There's definitely more private, quiet spaces if you have a big party. And if you...
And you want to remember, if you want to see the fountain shows, to be sure to reserve a seat outside on the patio, because if you're in the restaurant, you won't be able to see it at all.
Yeah, so definitely one of our recommendations if you're going to be on the strip. So legit tip, make sure you guys make a reservation because it does seem like last second reservations may be hard to get.
Yeah.
But during the week, they definitely have a lot more availability than the weekend. And it just so happens to be EDC weekend this weekend, so it's a bit crazy down here. And yeah, definitely go check it out on Open Table. Make sure you get a reservation. They do sometimes have walk-ups, just so you know. And
overall, great restaurant. So definitely want to like the video.
Hit that subscribe button.
And ring that notification bell so you get notified when we do our videos 3 times a week.
And we will see you guys in the next adventure.
Yeah, bye everybody.
Bye.